Ladies and gentlemen, there are apparently right now 7 wonders of the world, but breaking news, Britannica said there's an 8th wonder of the world. It's called Helmet Bar, and this is Breaking Tables.
It's the mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. It's the mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. It's the mafia, I'm with the Buffalo Bills. It's the mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. Hey, who you reppin'? What's your team? Who you reppin'? What's your team? You know I'm reppin' for my team. I got that talent on my team. Like a high Jordan boy, can you catch it?
What's up, Ryan?
Like a mask, you not catching anything. Matt Milano making plays. We not scared of any team. Best in the AFC. All the praise of Brandon Bean. You hear Sean McDermott.
Another off season. Happy Monday, Tampa Neal.
Happy Monday to you too. How was your weekend? Did you watch any of the Pro Bowl?
What? There's no football. Stop it.
Two-hand touch Pro Bowl.
Quit messing with me. There's no football going on this weekend, bro. No football going on this weekend. It's been all weekend. I'm a recliner watching Netflix, but no more football until 2022 season starts up again. Guys, Bills Mafia tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Tonight is going to be a very special show. We got a very special guest on. Before we introduce the special guest, I'm sure you saw the post that he's super cool. Can't wait to get him on board. Guys, we had some big news. Tampa Neal, we got some big news. Kind of the future of breaking tables. I wish I still had that drum. Oh, I can do that. No, it's not. It's not the right drum thing. Oh, well, I'll find another drum kit. But guys, we're actually going to be.
Sorry.
We're going to be joining as of today. This last day right here. We're going to be moving. We're going to bring in our talents to Built in Buffalo. We had them on last week. We built a good relationship with those guys, and I think they're gonna help us grow to the next level. And thanks to you and thanks to them. So as of starting Thursday, we're gonna be moving over to the Built in Buffalo main pages, and obviously I'll still share it with you guys and all our normal pages that we normally do. So thank you for tuning in. Sheldon, what up, brother? Going to see him at the end of the month. But let's go ahead and get our special guests on. Ladies and gents, without further ado, can I introduce you, Blake with Bill's Helmet Bar? What's up, buddy?
How's it going, guys? It's great to be here.
Yes.
God, that's the loudest applause I've ever gotten.
I know, right? That's pretty cool. We get to one more time.
Wild.
Guys, one more time. Blake, Bill's Helmet Bar. What's going on, my man? What are you drinking over there? Is you drinking a nice
I'm drinking,
stout?
I've actually never had it before. It's the Devil's Pale Ale from Great Lakes Brewing in Toronto.
Nice.
It's
Right on.
kind of a really dark pale ale. It's not what I expected at all, but it's good.
Well, cheers, brother. Happy off season, my man. Thank you for
Cheers, happy off season, if it can be a happy off season. What are you drinking?
me.
Yeah.
My Miller Lite.
Well,
it's Miller Lite.
Oh,
I can't get to Labatt's nearby, and I'm not going to spend $30 for like 6 Labatt's. So I just stick to whatever's clever, and I love Miller Lights. Tampa Neal, he's going through a phase where he's not going to drink for the next. How long are we now? Month?
We got 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. Okay. All right. Well, it's not about Tampa Neal and how much that he's itching for a drink right now, I'm sure. But we got Blake here. When I say the 8th wonder of the world, I mean, when I first saw Bill's Helmet Bar, I'm like, no fucking way. They got a bar that is shaped like a Bill's helmet. How cool is Blake? Before we talk about that, where are you from, man? Let's get to know you first.
So I live in a town called Keswick, Ontario. It's about 2.5 hours to the border, 2:45-ish, 3 to the stadium. 40 minutes north of Toronto on Lake Simcoe, and kind of not Bills country by any means, but it's still close enough that we can get to games and yeah.
And so you're obviously been a Bills fan your whole entire life. What kind of got you into being a Bills fan, bro?
So I didn't really stand a chance. I joke often that it's a unique form of child abuse to raise your kid as a Bills fan, or at least it was, when I was born in 1993, so I missed the Super Bowl years. And then my first memory was the Music City Miracle. I was indoctrinated by both my parents. They were season ticket holders. They went to all the playoff games at home, except the comeback game, but that's another story. So I didn't really stand a chance. And when I was growing up, I was like the only Bills fan in town. getting bullied for my Bills stuff when they were maybe moving to Toronto, maybe not. And yeah, so I didn't really stand a chance.
How would you feel about that when you heard Akeem, what up, dog? When the Bills were potentially going to be going to Toronto, you're probably like, "Oh God, yeah, here it comes! Here it comes! I'm gonna camp out every single night."
Yeah, I totally believe it or not at all. And most Canadian Bills fans, at least Southern Ontarians, would say the same thing.
I've
I've
heard
been
that.
to a bunch
Yeah,
of Bills games as a
that was
kid.
rhetorical and a trick question.
Oh,
The
okay.
same
I
time.
thought just making sure. Yeah,
You passed.
'cause,
You
like,
definitely passed.
the Skydome's right downtown. There's no parking lots. Tailgating at least was illegal in Ontario back then, might still be. And I'm sitting there as a 14, 15-year-old kid watching them get their asses kicked at the Rogers Center and at the Skydome in Toronto, and going like, why would that's no fun. Like, you're not tailgating, you're not walking around, you're not high-fiving people, you're not sharing food with guys in the parking lot. And I was totally against it. But none of my friends were like, well, why are you against this? They'd be right down the road. You could go to every game. But yeah, no, definitely grateful that fell apart.
Definitely cannot
Me too.
repeat. No matter, look, hypothetically speaking, obviously they're never going to move. I get it.
Yeah.
But hypothetically speaking, though, if for whatever reason, even if they move within the U.S., there'd be no way to replicate that passion us Bills have, that Western New York passion. It would just be very strange and awkward, wouldn't it?
I certainly think so. I mean, a friend of ours, he's not a Bills fan, but he's a Bills fan, and he was from St. Louis, and he still kind of feels weird about the Rams, even watching the Super Bowl or preparing for the Super Bowl this year, kind of going in for the Bengals because of how crappy the move was that the owner did a couple years ago.
Rams are going to be like the only team in NFL history to win a Super Bowl in like a different state or something, some weird stat.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
They have a game in their own stadium, but they'll have more Cincinnati Bengals fans there than they will have Rams fans.
100%. It's going to be Cincinnati 2.0.
Yeah.
Well, I saw an article a couple of days ago where it said that the Rams are seeing this as a perfect opportunity to grow their fan base. I'm sitting here going, a Super Bowl is like, you need the Super Bowl to grow your fan base. You don't organically have it. You haven't developed it over the course of the season when they're really good. I don't know.
No one cares.
I'm just glad we're not in that boat.
Well, here we are. Fast forward from growing up in a abusive childhood. That's all we heard.
Yep.
I'm guilty too.
Yeah.
I'm sure Campanile is too.
Yeah.
I get it. But here you are, a grown ass man, and you're like, I don't want to have a normal backyard. I just can't have any of that. If quarantine's gonna keep us in Toronto and I'm not allowed to go to Buffalo, I'm gonna bring Buffalo to my backyard. Dude, can you tell us what like transpired this whole chain of events before that came to fruition?
Yeah, it was we're really lucky, and it's a fun story and totally crazy. All the things that had to happen for us to be able to have this. It used to be the checkout counter of a sports store in a mall nearby back in the mid 90s. And I think it was a Pro Image. Oh, hey Mary. Greetings. And anyway, it was a checkout counter of a Pro Image at a nearby mall, and the sports store goes out of business. And the janitor of the mall realizes that somebody is going to want this big red Bills helmet. It doesn't know who it's going to be, but somebody's going to want it. So instead of throwing it in the dumpster, which he couldn't bring himself to do, he like mounts it to the top of the mall roof with like ropes and bungee cords and stuff like that. And it was up there for a while. I mean, this was in the mid 90s. That's why it's a red helmet, not white like they currently have. And it just so happened that one day, my dad used to be an elementary school teacher, and he would be the guy to put, Bill stickers on really good assignments, A+. Hey, here's a Go Bills helmet thing, and
Nice.
just having fun with it. And one of the moms of one of the students remembered that when she went to the mall, she was like working in sales or consulting or something, and was meeting with the manager of the mall. On the same day, just weird coincidence that a massive windstorm comes through the neighborhood, and it takes half of the Bills helmet off, gets under it and the bungee cords and the ropes rip, and the bloody thing comes down, almost kills a guy in the parking lot, almost crushes a car. And the janitor who had, put it up there thinking somebody would want it, runs into the manager's office and, we got to get this damn Bills helmet out of here. This fucking Bills helmet almost killed somebody. And the woman who was the mom of one of my dad's students is like, wait a second, what team are we talking about here? Because I might be able to find a guy to get rid of it. And so my dad went up there with one of his buddies with a pickup truck, picked the thing up, thanked the janitor, and it's been in our backyard ever since. This was in, I think, 97, 96. And
it's like, yup, I'll take it. Yup,
he's like, yeah, I'll take this.
I'll take it.
We had the backyards. There were no trees, there were no fences. I was like 3 years old, and we had a big 10 by 10 sandbox in the backyard. So what my dad did was he laid the helmet on its back, and it enclosed the sandbox for me to play in when I was a little kid.
I think we have that photo. Hold on, let's go and see if I can add that. Let's see. This is the
there's our
sandbox. Nice, dude.
Spent
Look at
so
that thing.
long in there playing with my little Tonka trucks in the summertime. It's funny. My younger brother is actually a heavy equipment operator, and he drives big old excavators all day. And he kind of attributes his love for that with all the time that he spent in the sandbox as a kid. But anyway, we grow up. We don't need the sandbox anymore. We sawed it over, and we put the helmet at the very back of the property where it enclosed our firewood. And so it sat back there for a while, and then something happened, and that something was that our above ground pool ruptured one winter. And so we had this empty space. It was flat, and we kind of thought, we want to put a pool in. It was right there. That was where our above ground pool was. And we decided, hey, we don't need the pool. Let's put in a patio. We built the patio. We put the stones down, and there was this open side of the patio we were going to put a hedge or something over there. And then the Raptors ended up going on that championship run, and it was really nice outside. It was June. So we brought the television out, put it on on the ground, watched the games, and had far too many alcoholic beverages the night that they won. And I remember looking back at the back of the property, and there was a spotlight lighting up the entire backyard, and I saw the helmet, and we gotta haul it up here. We gotta stand it up. We gotta see if a bar is feasible. And because if my favorite basketball team can win a championship and I can watch it on this patio, damn it, my favorite football team's going to do the same thing. And we're going to watch it inside this big football helmet. And we kind of came up with that right then. And the next day we went to the back of the property, took it down, and then brought the helmet up, stood it up, and it's been there ever since.
Look at that thing, dude. Just marvel.
Awesome.
Eighth wonder of the world.
It's a Canadian. Yeah, we joked about getting one of those signs that you see on the highway. Helmet bar 2 kilometers away or whatever the heck it would be.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Make it a tourist
one of those
trap.
attraction things.
Absolutely.
Hey, for only 10 loonies, you could, or if that's still a thing.
It is still a thing. Yeah. Yeah, and that was us at the game this year.
Which game was that? Was that the last game?
We went to the Panther game.
Nice, dude. You didn't go to the playoff game, did you?
Oh yeah, that's still a painful conversation.
They shut you down.
My girlfriend and I actually had tickets, and we were going to leave on the Friday morning. The pain is to re-enter Canada, or to enter Canada for you guys. You need to do a PCR or what's called an NAAT test in the U.S. within 72 hours to use it at our border coming in. There's no requirement to enter. I don't need a test to go to the United States, but I would need one to come back, because that's your government's all right, come on in, and our government's no, hold up. But anyway, the whole point is, right before we left on the Friday morning, we did rapid tests just in case, and they were positive. So we didn't want to get stuck in the U.S., so we didn't go. But we had tickets.
Sucks.
That was fun.
Damn, that sucks.
I know. It was, and people were talking about, well, how come the prices were so cheap? Well, because a lot of people were influenced just because of that.
Yeah.
It would be just so difficult. And I get it. Debbie Emerton goes, I met Blake and family at their gracious invitation to the preseason game. Unfortunately, I didn't eat all day till halftime and got very tipsy. Stayed overnight in the camper in the laneway. She got hammered drunk in front row of the Hummel bar.
Hammer drunk.
Debbie, she and her friend drove up in a camper, and they watched the Packers game with us. It was funny. Last year, we didn't even know the football season was going to happen last year. So we decided to just make a fantasy football league and invited a whole bunch of randoms off Twitter and Facebook and stuff. And Debbie, we picked her because her story was really cool. And she won the league. She was down like going into week 16 by like 30 points and only had awesome. Stephon Diggs, and he, had that amazing game in New England with the 3 touchdowns, and she ended up winning the league. So it was great to meet her in the summertime for the Packer game.
Sweet.
Well, I'm jelly now. That's kind of cool. Debbie, meeting more famous people than us already. Good for you, though.
Wait, so is the whole test thing still going on? So next week, if I wanted to come and see the Helmet Bar, I can't come see it unless I get a test?
Unless you get a test, yeah. Excuse me. So we had them booked at Walgreens, and it was going to be a friend of ours did the exact same thing. He went down to the game, did his test after the game, and then just came back. And it was painless for him. But had we tested positive down in the States, well, then I think like we couldn't come back for like 10 days or something, and it wasn't worth it. And I wouldn't want to go to the game with COVID anyway, so we didn't end up going.
That is just, I don't know, just insane with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And God, I'm not going to talk about it because good luck trying to cancel this show because it kind of canceled itself.
Yeah.
We're no Joe Rogan there, Tampany. I'll see you laughing over there. Not yet, at least. So yeah, you guys had a lot of.
Who else cool have you had come to the Bills Bar? The Bills Bar.
So we've last year it was different because obviously Ontario had some pretty severe lockdowns throughout 2020, so we didn't really have a chance to have some big old parties here. But this year we've had, I think our biggest was like 25 people. It was great. I set up a second screen by the hot tub, and the audio synchronization was not fun. That took me a long time to learn how to get the televisions to not echo. But we've had a bunch of people, and it's been really fun. Nobody famous, no Bills players yet, but yet, hopefully. But it was really fun. It was awesome to meet a whole bunch of really new people, particularly, as I said, because I grew up with no Bills fans friends. It's been really awesome to meet a whole bunch.
There you go, Jason. The Helmet Bar is awesome. Forget the family vacation to Cabo. I'm saving up to make a trip somewhere 40 miles north of Toronto. Let's make that a thing. We got to call it something. And I love how we just started inviting ourselves to Blake's house.
It's all right, man. It's an open invitation for Bills Mafia. I think my pinned tweet is pretty clear about that.
Yeah, we can't repeat. You can't go public with it. You got to keep it private and trademark. So no one else is a cool, Bills helmet. Next thing you know, they're gonna see everywhere like, well, cool. Look at my Bills helmet. I get it.
No, lots of people have said, "Oh, you got to sell this idea. You got to," and I'm like, first of all, I have no idea how I would even do that. I mean, you get the mold redone. Like, I don't know, and B, I don't really want that. It's kind of a neat little novelty.
Yeah, you got to be original about it. The next person who does it is kind of like, now you're a douchebag, bro. Come on. Yeah. But that's awesome, though, that how you guys just somehow, which was an amazing story, by the way. I'm glad nobody got hurt to get that. And you've used it as a kid, not thinking about, you know what? You got to crawl before you walk. Evolution, baby. Here I am, 20 years old, like, we're going to have a bar. We're going to drink right here. And, oh, shit, we have that Bills helmet. Oh, my God. They're doing epic right now. What? Why the fuck haven't we start this? And it turned into just this beautiful flower, man. Cool.
Yeah, it's been really cool. I mean, we started it. I mean, it was the summer of 2019 when the Raptors won the championship. So we put it up, like mid-June. And my dad, he used to be an elementary school teacher, and then he was a shop teacher. So he's got all the carpentry skills and all that kind of stuff. So he did all the custom carpentry and built the bar and the back and installed the door and did all that kind of cool stuff. And so we did that. And then for the 2019 season, obviously the border was still open. People went to games. There wasn't really a need for people to build cool things to watch the game at home. And we kind of flew under the radar. We had our Twitter account. We made a couple friends, and that was cool. But what really went off was, I think it was like May of 2020, when the whole world was still under lockdown. The NFL Network replayed the Dallas Thanksgiving game. And it was like 5 o'clock on a Sunday or something like that. And
Amazing
my
game,
family
by
and
the way.
I, we were like, let's do a little tailgate. Let's have a couple beers on the patio. Let's cook some wings and let's rewatch the Thanksgiving game. And we had a great time. It was just us. And I just took an innocuous picture of the bar right when Josh was like throwing or something, and posted it, and it blew up, and the Bills responded, and it went off from there. So we did have it for a year, and it kind of flew under the radar. But yeah, it really grew during the pandemic. It's all the crazy bad things that have happened. That's been the only good thing for us is it probably wouldn't have taken off without that.
Silver lining through dark. How's that phrase go, Tampanil? There's a silver lining for every dark cloud or something like. I don't know. I'm not good with motivational shit, but Blake, that's awesome, dude. That is so cool. Yeah, right.
No, that really is awesome. I mean, there is definitely some good things that did come out of COVID. This is definitely one of them. Got you guys out there. Like, I want to come up there and see that.
Yeah,
I want to bring my podcast. Can we bring the
Canada.
podcast equipment and just go like, we're doing live. We're live here from Blake's house. Come on. He's got how many beers on tap? Is it a tap thing or BYOB?
We're not
How does
quite
that
there
work?
yet. We're not quite there yet, but we're definitely, as I said, my dad with the custom carpentry. We've if we can find an inn on a cheap kegerator, we're gonna like try and install it in the back, and then we've got the fridge for like wines and liquors and just canned beer. But we are definitely thinking about getting a keg back there. We don't have anything on tap yet, but maybe one day.
Make that
Hopefully
a
by
thing,
next
guys.
season.
Everybody share the shit out of this. Hashtag Kegger for Bills helmet. Let's make it a thing.
You guys are referees?
Yep. My dad and I are both basketball referees. We spent most of the weekend doing that. So after we've just come out of lockdown again, and so my legs are a little sore because I haven't refereed in a while. But we did a couple games this weekend. So.
Okay, hold on. Now we got a referee on board. This changes the whole dynamics of the show. It's like, what would you do if you had an opportunity to ask a referee a question? Oh, you shouldn't have exposed that one. But that's awesome.
Yeah, come on. No, it's cool. I guess it was week 3. A guy, again, we've never met. I consider him a really good friend now. He popped up to the Helmet Bar, and he writes for Buffalo Fanatics. And he's like, I told him I'm a referee. He's like, well, have you ever consider, writing and doing things like that? I was like, maybe. So I've kind of reviewed all of the crews, rewatched the games, taken notes. Okay, I didn't really like the penalty on Dion Dawkins, 5 minutes and 10 seconds in second quarter, and I'll write something after the game. I didn't do one for the Kansas City Chiefs game because I'm never, ever, ever going to rewatch that. But
I couldn't do it. I haven't watched it yet.
No,
just can't.
I haven't watched it either. Might have been the best performance of our quarterback's career, and I will never, ever see a highlight of it.
I heard it was cool though.
It was cool for 59 and a bit minutes. That was sure.
This is our Tampanil 4th show after the game, third or fourth or fifth show, whatever after the game. We still haven't talked about it yet.
Well, I want to watch it just because, I mean, I was there for the game, so I didn't watch it on TV kind of thing. So I do want to watch it on TV.
Yeah, he's scarred for life. That's all I hear. He's scarred for life.
Man.
You and I, we just don't have to play again. Him, scarred for life. Sorry, Tampanil.
Oh.
You need therapy, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like I said, the first game I ever watched was the Music City Miracle game, and I didn't understand why both of my parents are sitting there crying. But after a couple Sundays ago, I totally get it.
Yeah. My dad was crying, and it was Scott Norwood's. You're asking about your memory. Mine was the wide right. Put in perspective how old I am. Tampanil probably too. No, he's older now. He's like in his 50s or something.
Yep, I was there for that game too.
Back when there was the AFL championship, Tampanil was there.
I'm not that old, but
yeah. Cookie Gilchrist
Tampa hasn't
really
even been
that
discovered yet. Christopher Columbus. All right, I'll stop. But that's cool, Blake. So as a referee, okay, we're gonna put a pause on the Bills helmet bar, and we're going to
Should I get my uniform. I'm just kidding.
You got 10 seconds. So what we're gonna do? I kicked him out. I'm just kidding. For the pod listeners out there on your way to work, I kicked Blake out when he said he was going to get his referee shirt. And now I forgot what question I was going to ask. Campanile, okay, I'll let you go first. What is your question to ask a referee?
Question to the
Do you get like? All right, here's a question for you.
There's so many questions
if
to
you
ask
got
a referee.
a lot of money, okay? You're driving. You're at Walmart with your family, and you get approached, and you go, "Hey, listen, here's $100,000 right here. You cannot call more than 3 holding calls or something like that. Or basketball, you cannot technical LeBron James. Here's $100,000.
So $100,000 would be more than I think I've made in my career. I'm not a professional ref. I spent Saturday refereeing 10-year-old girls. I do referee college basketball, but there's $100,000 way more. Yeah, whatever you need, go for it. For $100,000, yeah, sure.
All right, well, put yourself at a professional level. You're in the NFL now, or you're in the NBA, or whichever profession you choose. Being a referee, I mean, you're still young. You still have. I mean, these guys are old as fuck in the referee world. So the top chain. So you still have a chance, bro. Don't worry. But if you had that opportunity, now you're on air saying that, yeah, I'll take a bribe.
No, I'm not taking a bribe. Yeah, and I really don't think that they are. I've been asked that a million times. Like, are they whether personally by a bribe or whether there's collusion within the league? I really find it hard to believe that there is that level of purposefully messing up calls. I think that we just overlook the fact that there's incompetence out there. People make mistakes. I've had some really terrible calls this past week that I kind of want back. I think that sometimes that's just the case.
Did you ever just make an awful call and just be like, oh, fuck?
Totally. About 2 minutes into my game on Friday night, I absolutely tanked a foul call. I blew the whistle. I called it prior to the shot. So, I ruled off the and one. Like, the guy got bumped, and then made it, and I had him shooting 2 because I totally tanked it. And my partner bailed me out because she's a fantastic referee, and then you just move on. And I acknowledged it to the coach. I was like, yeah, it was probably a pretty shitty one. And
so
like, yeah, it was. She talked to him. She told him about.
What do they do with that term a moment? You like equivalent to we got an NFL fan base. Yeah, sure. You throw the flag, and then the referees come over. They scratch their head. They do one of these numbers, and then they like, oh, we picked up the flag. Is that kind of one of those things?
Yeah. In this situation, she kind of like tried to tell the coach what she thought I had, and we didn't have an opportunity to communicate. Like, we didn't get together. So I suppose it's different for football, but yeah, kind of like the lead referee explaining to a head coach what the guy on the other side of the field had, because the coach didn't have an opportunity to talk with the guy who actually threw the flag. Does that make sense?
It does. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So when you make a bad call, do you be like, oh, I made a bad one on this one, I'm going to go make one on that one there to make up for the other?
Some guys do. Is that a thing? I don't, but some guys do. Yeah.
All right, guys. I love how we totally went off topic here and talked about his future NFL career as a referee or NBA. You never know. There's still opportunities out there, and he accepts bribe. So I'm pretty sure Tom Brady's kid will be at that age with your age and Tom Brady's kid. Hey, listen, just go right to him. He'll make it happen. So
I love that Tom Brady got flagged for melting off to Hockley in that last game against the Rams, and then
sportsmanlike conduct.
I'm out.
First one
I'm
ever.
gone. I'm gonna retire. See you later.
I would do everything in my book. Like, I haven't had this one yet. I think it's time.
Yeah. He challenges the referee. They rightly throw a 15-yard penalty on him, and then he says, "Oh, nah, I'm out of here. I can't do it."
Done.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, my money's no good here. You telling me my money's no good here? But he got a helmet bar though, which is still pretty cool. You know, we're
We do.
outside looking at our normal backyards. Well, Tampa Neal's got kind of something similar, no helmet bar, but he's got that like cool friends thingy. And, you know, Mike across the street's got a badass little setup out there. That's cool. But not everybody is fortunate to have a cool little nesting ground. You walk out to the backyard, just have some coffee. It's there every fucking morning. That is cool. Are you telling me? Are you kidding? Is this real life right now?
That is the coolest part. And it's really kind of surreal sometimes when people will drive hours on end to come up here and have a couple beers with us on game day. Excuse me. There was even a woman who, back when the border was closed, she sent us a message and said, "Hey, my husband, I live nearby, a couple towns over. My husband's from Buffalo, and he's a huge Bills fan, and he can't get back to see his family. He can't go back to see Buffalo. Father's Day is coming up. Can we just come up on Father's Day in the afternoon, and like I'll bring my kids and we'll just play around in the backyard. You can have a beer with them and talk about the Bills because I don't know the Bills." And we'd never met them before, and they pop up, and he and I and my dad, my mom are having a drink in the afternoon with this guy who we've never met because it's Father's Day, and sharing stories about his dad and his relationship with the Bills, my dad and I and our relationship with the Bills, and it's just the coolest thing. But as you said, it is kind of weird because you look out the window and it's like, all right, this is just my backyard. But to so many people, it's like, no, this is worth coming and visiting and taking some pictures at.
Absolutely. You can't just build
really
a Taj Mahal in your backyard and not expect visitors, man.
So when you
well, I mean, we can't.
We're talking about the Mecca. We were talking about Mecca, a journey to travel there. That's a thing. If you're a Bills, you can't be a Bills fan unless you go up to the helmet bar and bring the host. We got to cook for them. You got to cook for them first. Number one, the Mecca to the helmet bar. You got to cook for them. You got to make their drinks, whatever they got to do. But you get to hang out with them the entire night. One night. That's it. That is it.
Be wicked. I mean, it would be like, I like to cook. I've learned a heck of a lot this year through. I know Reed Ferguson is pushing the hashtag Grills Mafia movement. Of people talking and sharing meals and food and stuff like that. I think it's great. And I've learned so much from a lot of these really, really good, like, rib fast griller guys. So I'm totally down to cook, but there's a whole bunch of really cool drinks that you guys can have in the US that just aren't available here. Notably the QB1s from Labatt. So I'm just putting this out there to any listeners from the wonderful Western New York area. Open invitation, but a 12-pack of QB1s would be very appreciated. Those seltzers are fantastic.
Oh, I do know.
All I heard is guaranteed admittance with 2 cases of QB1s, right?
So there's a pizzeria down in Florida that he got a case of them, and I was down there, and he's like, "Here, Neil, take a couple of these back home with you." And I don't drink seltzers at all, but yeah. Forgot him when I left. I was so pissed off. I literally called her, sent him a text like an hour later. I'm like, "Dude, completely forgot those seltzers on the bar." He's like, "Yep, you did."
Oh, I don't drink seltzers either, but that was just a shameless plug to appease my girlfriend.
Are they good? They're good, right? They're that good?
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know if they're good at all, but probably
okay.
It'd be one of those things where you'd get the thing and you wouldn't open it.
Well, why wouldn't you open it? That's the whole point of getting something. I don't know. I'm not a collector, I guess. I'm not a fan of collecting things. And we're like, I want to play with it. I want to touch it. I want to poke it 10 times.
I've got the Conehead beers that are unopened. I've got a Wayne Gretzky bottle of wine that's just unopened. Like there's just things you just have and just don't open them.
I wear my signed jerseys. Are you kidding me?
I wear my signed jerseys too.
And we've got a box of like Flutie Flakes from 2000 that's been unopened, sitting on downstairs. So like
that's one thing I haven't touched. Don't mess with Flutie, bro. I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna go to we actually going to Buffalo at the end of the month for the signing for they're gonna have it at the Batavia Expo Center, and I'm gonna bring my Flutie Fakes box and go do that thing. I'd love to come meet up with you, but I'm not gonna get progged and COVID tested just to go across the border. which would be cool. I wish I got a passport. We definitely would love to go across. It's like, oh, we're in Toronto. Might as well go up north a little bit, right?
Yeah, one
How far away
day
from Toronto are you, Blake?
we're sorry.
How far away from Toronto are you? You're like an hour
40
north
minutes.
or something?
About 45 minutes north. It's not.
Okay.
It's my brother works in Toronto. It's not very far. But no, we're in terms of like what we're planning this year. I know my dad and I are theorized, in between, making foul calls and half times of 10-year-old girls games. Yes, the other day, planning out our next year's schedule, and we're thinking, something on the Saturday of the draft, and then my birthday's at the end of July, just kind of right before training camp, and doing some sort of like Bills Mafia camp out, because we've got a long backyard. We've had people camp back there at tents, and doing something like that. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, we're here.
I already
man.
created an event on Facebook.
There you
I got
go.
10,000 followers right now. So you're in trouble,
You're
my
ahead
friend.
of me.
Because summertime,
Pulling up in campers.
just north of pretty much anywhere is amazingly just amazing that time of year.
Yeah.
Summer, the day's a little crank, but the night times are just awesome, bro. So
Well, as
that'd
Debbie
be cool.
said, she came up and camper in the driveway, and just came and watched the game, and we all had a good time, and that's what it's all about.
We have a camper. My brother-in-law has a camper. What Bill's Summer Palooza? I don't know. We'll think of the name, but we got to make it happen. And in the meantime, we'll start you a GoFundMe account so we can get you a kegerator.
So is this possible?
Sheldon, Blake, you should put it on wheels and bring it down to New Era.
Oh, don't think we haven't thought of that, man.
A lot of
Unfortunately,
logistics involved.
don't think we haven't thought about that. I'm not sure the esteemed American border guards would have a really fun time with us. So, hey,
I think they would.
the purpose of your visit? What are you
bringing?
bringing? What's going on? But
Just be cool about it. Look at it. It's a fucking helmet.
Like we had our above ground pool where the patio is, and my dad had, we built it, poured concrete to have the posts and things like that. So like it's literally affixed to a giant ball of concrete 4 feet under the earth. It literally can't go anywhere. We had a tornado rip through during the Cardinals game in 2020. Knocked our power out at halftime, and the helmet bar was fine.
That's the only thing that stayed. Everything else was completely leveled, but the fucking helmet stayed.
Power wasn't, and our livers sure weren't after Hopkins made that catch, but the helmet bar was fine. Then that's okay.
I want to hear a crazy story.
I'm just kind of picturing.
There, answer Tammy Nose first.
I'm just picturing you driving through Border Patrol with the giant helmet bar. Like that would be probably one of the most amazing things ever to see.
I can see like the news agency with a telephoto lens, like zooming in on the Peace Bridge as this bloody thing like crosses. And, yeah, that'd be something.
It's like, sir, we gotta run this registry scan before we allow this to enter our country. It's like, come on, it's not filled with cocaine. Shit, why would I say that?
It's just it's just stocked with, hopefully, as you mentioned, the kegerator. We changed our tip jar. I made like a tip jar with a picture of Josh Allen, and then used my very limited graphic design skills to Photoshop our logo onto a kegerator, and now our tip jar says the Bills Helmet Bar Kegerator Fund. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, we'll here's a couple beers, we'll cook for you, but the Kegerator Fund is there.
Well, you gotta just say, you want to come, set as many photos you want, but you gotta supply the food, the alcohol. It's like, you guys got a life you got to live. You got at a certain point, you're going to get very popular. I'm very certain of this, because it's an amazing wonder. It's like, holy shit. I'm over here thinking, dude, now I kind of want to plan to go up there. I mean, it's awesome, man. And it's always going to be there. But then you also got to think about that. There's going to be a lot of people out there just kind of doing it. And then hey, we're here, support us, feed us. I'm like, get out of here, bro.
Like, tell us about your Pinto Grill.
Mafia is
we feed people. Debbie's got a really good point there. In week 2, we before actually Debbie even came up because she was up for the preseason game. We in week 2, a friend of my uncle actually suggested to his friend who actually lives in our town to pop over, and he's a retired guy, but he's a really, really good cook. And he said, I'll make my tailgate sandwiches. I'll make my recipes that I used to do when I was a season ticket holder. And he's come every week since week 2 and cooked for us. And has made some amazing recipes, you know, wings, sandwiches, Philly cheesesteaks for one of the games. He's cooked for us almost every week. And we, as a thank you, gave him a gift card for our local butcher and said, you know, you don't have to cook for us. Anyway, we gave it that to him. And he texted me the other day saying, I haven't spent any of it because I was hoping that, you know, the Bills would be in the Super Bowl and we could have one big bash and I could make a whole bunch of things. So we're going to do that anyway. And he's going to cook for us. And as Debbie said, on our Pinto grill, we have a
Nice.
a 90, I should have sent you a picture. We have a 92 Camry that has the engine removed. It has a pop-up, like a hydraulic pop-up grill underneath the hood. You lift the hood, there's no engine. There's like this big 4-burner cast iron grill. The entire inside has been gutted. And there's 4 pop-up speakers that they've cut holes in the roof of the car, and you just raise the speaker up, and they're really, really loud. And then our the trunk is an insulated cooler. Like we don't use it because it's very cold outside here. I know Tampa, Neil, you probably haven't experienced that in a while. But the barbecue is kind of a hit, and I'm looking forward to having our buddy Rob cook on it on Sunday.
So the 9th wonder of the world across
across
the one from the 8th wonder of the world, barbecue.
The barbecue is fantastic.
That's
Be
amazing.
a nice artist. Like, build it out, bro.
A friend of ours had it. I can't even remember how he acquired the thing, but we got it. He like loaned it to us. It's not ours. It's the disclaimer. It is not ours. It's a friend of ours. He loaned it to us between the Dolphins game and the Jaguars game. And for the Jaguars game, a friend now, didn't know the guy. His name's Iman Azizi from Buffalo. He runs a Q42 barbecue. It's a barbecue sauce and dry rub, and they're absolutely fantastic. And they're great people. He came up all the way from Buffalo, our only American visitor, and he's one of those competitive griller guys, rib fest guy, does a whole bunch of really awesome things, and he cooked on the cast iron grill. It was like I don't even know Fahrenheit. It was like 55 degrees. It was sunny. It was beautiful. It was the best tailgate we've ever had. We had so many great new people here. I know it's probably cold for you guys. And then they lose to the Jaguars.
We don't ever talk about Bob Bradley calls it
the
on
barbecue,
show, we have,
the food.
We have like only
friends.
very few rules, but one of them is we don't say the J word.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If like
it was the best tailgate we've ever had. And that's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's cool because tailgating kind of overcompensates the motion you're feeling. Whether it's win or lose. I mean, you win, we're crazy excited. But if you lose, it's like, oh man, like Jacksonville, which is complete. I said the word. That J word was completely just like, like the 13 seconds, that kind of.
Yeah.
But there's kind of worse.
Nothing
Tailgate was cool, but it was wet. It was very wet. It was very just cold. The whole weekend was just a complete like Duval. I will completely skip you if I'm driving north. Okay. Drive around you. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, take there's a pretty good ring road through Jacksonville. You can just take the interstate around it. Oh I'm sorry, I said the word. That city in North Florida.
Yeah, we're putting them into Georgia.
But speaking of food, Tampa Neal is world renowned for wings. Well, no, everybody knows you, bro. You have a TSA pass to go in with the whole fucking turkey fryer because you're Tampa Neal. and
I
yellow
still don't
shots
know how I
and
got all
beer.
that stuff.
I don't understand how many carry-ons this guy has, but it's full of, dude. He got his whole fucking, when he goes to games, he's got Jello shots. He's got turkey fryer stuff. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
How
And
do
you
I
just
go
check
there.
in. They're cool with that.
I go there with like 4 bags full of stuff and come back with like 1 because I only need 1 for my clothes.
Or you can't
Basically.
ever have to change if you don't ever change.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just wear Bill stuff. You're fine.
Yeah, they were. Didn't seem to care.
It's timeless.
So that
I mean, I
next
had a
time we're in
cooler.
New York,
I literally had a
Bill's
cooler that was
Palooza.
just full of.
He will do it. He'll personally make you wings.
That's fantastic.
Well, I'll help him because I'm his assistant when it comes to cooking.
Well,
He's a great
they
assistant.
can't be worse than my brother just went off to work and it was like a quick turnaround. He didn't have much time to cook or sleep or do anything, so I decided, all right, I'll cook you wings because we had them defrosting, and they're terrible. They're air fried. They're half baked. I mean, the Wegman sauce is fantastic.
How
but
do you mess
you
up
can only
air
do,
fried wings, dude? They're
yeah,
so,
like
God.
it's really cold outside. Again, I don't know the Fahrenheit conversion, but I wasn't about to barbecue them. I was going to be on with you guys. I'll just put them in the air fryer, and my brother will complain to me tomorrow.
That's one thing I haven't tried yet, the air fried wings. But everything else I put in the air fryer. Oh no, Jesus!
I've done them once, and they just don't fry the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
just don't.
All right, I'll get back
They're
to you on
good.
that, guys.
They're
I'll
good
get
the
back
next
to you,
day.
both y'all. I'm gonna air fry some wings. Actually, this weekend, I'll go out get some wings, air fry them just to see it. And
I agree with you though, Tampa Neil. You could warm them up, like reheating food items. I think there's nothing better than an air
I agree
fryer,
with
but
that.
like
Yeah.
cooking them themselves in it is tough.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
There you go.
It doesn't take away. Yeah, well, that is true. If I'm going to cook a burger, it's going to be on an open grill, charcoal. So I'm a charcoal guy. But Blake, we're gonna Bill's Helmet Palooza. I'm sure you'll come up with a cooler name, but we'll just substitute that name, Bill's Helmet Palooza, the summer of 2022. You got to get COVID tested 72 hours prior to crossing the border, and you got to take the shuttle an hour north of Toronto, which is Toronto's already
The shuttle.
30 minutes away from the border, right? About 45. How long is I haven't been to
Toronto's
Toronto in
hour
years.
15, hour and a half.
Okay,
Depends on what
so
bridge
It's
you
we
not
go.
got
that close. Yeah.
2.5 hour drive.
Well,
So,
we can always just drive up to Lewiston and stop at the guy's bar downstairs, and then go over the Lewiston Bridge, and then you're only an hour away.
Well,
Yeah, the Lewiston Bridge is
Boom.
we're friends with Will from Fans of Buffalo. We'll make a whole event out of this. It's like we'll take them buses over, make sure everybody has their whatever credentials they need just to get across. We'll all go. A whole bus shows up. Oh my God, Bill's Helmet Palooza! Yes, 2022. Please, can we make this a fucking thing?
we absolutely have to, man.
We can have.
That'd be fun.
We'll help. We'll just start sharing this.
We'll
to
make
everybody.
it work. Yeah. Yeah. No, it'll be really fun. I mean, I'm like I said, we're serious. Yep, perfect. Great, Joey.
This
Joey
is more
says-
realistic than my let's just have a fake Super Bowl parade for the Bills because we love them. And nobody really responded back to me. I'm just kind of like, all right, well, we'll be kind of weird doing it by ourselves. But this is something that we're like, all right, dude, Helmet Bar's having a thing. You could make it happen.
Yeah, we're thinking. Yeah, like I said, my birthday's in late July. It's actually the 24th of July, 24/7, the best day ever. It's just a cool one. And we're thinking about doing something on either that weekend or the previous weekend. Just come up, have a good time, have some beers, talk about the Bills, camp in the backyard if that's your thing, or don't, or whatever. We're here for it. We're easygoing. I haven't checked the Blue Jays schedule for all you baseball fans out there to see if they're home which of those weekends, but I'm a big Jays fan. If we could work that out with a baseball game on the Sunday, everybody's gonna be happy.
You just gotta take care of your host, guys. I mean, you're doing them a favor. So, speaking of cool, we had Nick Menzer on last last week, right? And he's got like a pimped out man cave downstairs.
Cool.
And you got like a pimped out outdoor cave. It's like not even cave. It's like, well, your pimped out man cave, hold my beer, and this is my outdoor cave. Outdoor cave. Well, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Both are cool. Both are badass.
Yes.
I'll have to check out
both
Nick's. There's so many really awesome indoor like Bill's basement bars and things like that. It's really, really cool.
Bob, in a very Tampa Neil, you want to take this one with a weird accent, weird noise or something? Give me gay Australian, Tampa Neil.
It's hard to do Australian alone, but you want me to do a gay also?
Come on, dude, you have to. It's Bob Bradley speaking. That's exactly how it sounds.
The holy Mecca to the Bills helmet bar.
So, Blake, sorry, dude, that was the worst ever. We kind of have fun with our viewers, and that was Bob Bradley talking to us. Which I don't know, the holy Mecca of Bill's helmet bar, but in Tampa Neil's voice. Like we said earlier on the show, if he was watching Bob, this is going to be a thing where it's like, all right, you're a Bills fan, but have you trekked all the way up to the northern Mecca? Fucking North Pole. I mean, there's no more Santa Claus anymore. We got the Bills helmet bar. You guys have to do that. That'd be cool. That'd be kind of, dude, I love it, man. We all love it. You know, it's, I'm sure a lot of time dedicated. You don't really have a lot of free time. I mean, yeah, you do. You guys, you live your life, and now you just added that mixture to your life now too. And now it's like, well, priorities, and we got the helmet bar still. You know, right, Blake? Walk me through that one, man. Life,
yeah,
right?
it does take a lot of time. It's weird because like, I don't sleep the night before games ever. And I'll get up really, really early before the sun comes up, go downstairs, have my couple cups of tea, and then go out, put my AirPods in, listen to my Bills, pregame soundtrack, whatever, and set everything up, clean, the empties from the previous week if we haven't been out there, plow snow if it's nighttime, rake leaves if it's the fall, and take down our tarp, set everything up. And it's really, really fun to sit there alone or walk around alone and like prepare yourself mentally for the day. Who's coming? Who haven't I met? What's the day going to be like? It is time consuming. It's not a day wasted because it's the most fun that we've ever had. But it's a 6-day week. So, you don't get to do anything on Sundays other than helmet bar things. And that's not only myself, but my whole family. So the bye week was nice. I'm not going to lie. Summertime, we're out there. My mom is a florist and loves gardening, and we're out there making the garden and watering the grass, and it's kind of always there. It's like another family member in a weird way. And it's really awesome to share it with people and to use it as a mechanism to meet people that we never knew. Two of our best friends as a family have come through the helmet bar. Last year, a friend of ours, a really good friend of ours, who now found us on social media, and he's from the next town over. He's actually the DJ at the Pinto lot, and the big one with he has a season ticket right beside Pinto Ron, and they're best friends. And Paul couldn't go to the games because he was Canadian. Well, nobody could go to the games, but he sure couldn't go to the games because he was Canadian and couldn't cross the border. And asked if he could come and hang out with us. And he came week 1. We'd never met the guy. Sit down, have a couple beers with him, and he has not missed a game here since, other than the ones he got to attend this year. And then, it's been really, really fun. And the guy, like I said, lived the next town over, and huge Bills fan, season ticket holder, hasn't missed a home game in 19 years. And we met him through this, and that's what's really fun.
That's epic. And we hope to get him actually on too, by the way. He's another Mount Rushmore of Bills fans that we need to get. And it's like the behind the scenes, the friends of the friends that give us those good stories, especially DJs, the people you meet. This is Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia is more than football. It's more than football. You meet friends for life. You know, people that you
Family.
will always celebrate with. This
Yep.
is our religion. It is red, white, and blue, the Buffalo Bills. It's just kind of what we do, right, Blake? It's what was just constantly through a certain time of the month. Some year round, some kicks on when the season starts. And but what happens? We're family. Bills Mafia, the Bills fan base, the Bills community is a family. We're all family. We always have some rotten apples in the family, and we kick them out, and don't ever let them hang out again. Get it? It happens. But you go to enough of them, you can kind of see which ones are the ones that you want to accept in your family, which is pretty badass, bro. And you just meet a lot of cool souls, and you guys have all the same passions. Buffalo Bills,
and that's
man.
the best part, right? Is you can meet a guy for the first time or a girl, and you just chat about the Bills, and it's like you've known them forever. And that's the best part.
Unless you're married, then it's definitely a guy,
met,
because wife is gonna be like, "Well, who you talking to? Who you talking Bills with me?"
well, yeah. I mean, my girlfriend, she fun story with her
Putting you on the
is
spot.
we were actually in Florida. My family's vacationed in Florida over Christmas. Every Christmas since I was like in high school, and we were down there in 2017, and we actually had tickets to the Bills Dolphins game, the clincher game. And when it got flexed to 4 o'clock, we said, "Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. It's New Year's Eve. Screw it." And we didn't go. And we went up to Port
You
St.
missed the hell of
Lucie.
the game.
We went
Yeah.
up to Port St. Lucie, visited my friend, my old roommate who lives there from university, and hung out with him, had some beers, had a great time. And it was my dad, my mom, and my girlfriend, who wasn't a Bills fan, and myself. And we watched the Bills Dolphins game on TV, and the Bengals game, the Ravens game. It was on the other TV. It was wild. And when we won the game, we're sitting there nervous as hell watching the Bengals game. My girlfriend watches us watch the Bengals score the touchdown, and then the Ravens not convert the first down. And my mom and dad and I are all just on the floor crying. It's been 17 years. This is unbelievable. And she's sitting in the corner looking at you guys, looking at us going, what the hell have I gotten myself into? Like, why am I dating this freak who's crying over football? And his parents are too. Like, what's going on? Fast forward to this year. We went to the Panther game, my mom, dad, and her and I. And she is in it right now. We went to the mall the next
your
day.
girl, she's a fan now. Your girl's a fan
hell
now?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
We went to the Galleria the next day. She bought a whole bunch of Bills sweaters, shirts,
And I saw
got a
them
Talon
cry.
jersey.
Now
All
I'm
in.
believers.
Yeah. It's been the coolest, and
Informed her, I love it.
sends me Bills articles and oh, what do you think of this signing? And whoa, this Brady was just hired as the quarterback coach. What's he like? And I'm sitting there going, this is the coolest thing in the world to share. The thing I love the most with my girlfriend. It's really, really fun.
That's awesome.
And my mom, just to promote the notion that women are huge Bills fans as well. My mom actually got my dad into the team. It's this rare story of the wife getting the husband into it. My dad was a big CFL fan, which I don't understand how. I'm not a huge CFL fan at all. Like, why?
How about the Argos?
Yeah, and my mom was a huge Bills fan. Took him to the game, his first NFL game, and he was hooked at that point. And then she got us into it. Their wedding vows were something like, I vow to sit with you through the blizzards of the playoff games, and not knowing that there wouldn't be home playoff games for years and years and years. But when I was born, I was wrapped in a Bills blanket, and my brother's, because he was like a giant baby, it says like future linebacker, future one tech, or something like that. Because he's a big guy. But anyway, yeah, no, my mom got my dad into it, and now I'm really, really happy to try to reciprocate with getting my girlfriend into it.
Nice, dude. No, yeah, or else it's not gonna work. Sorry. Keep
exactly. When you've got that in the backyard,
not gonna happen. What? Oh, the Bills helmet bar sounds so cool, love. Just you can't change it, please. Well, that's cool. That's
And
cool.
two.
That's what adapting is all about. And before we're gonna end this segment with the last question of the show here for you, Blake. What is the craziest? I want some TMZ shit stories that I can hear coming from your place thus far, having this renowned mecca up there north of Toronto.
We haven't really done any like crazy wild things.
Bills Palooza. We're having Bills Palooza. No, just kidding.
Yeah, we must.
Tell your
We
neighbors.
have to.
No, yeah. I mean, just you said good times, good stories. There's got to be like one incident
No
where like
vibes
Debbie
and
was
stuff
like
like that.
she said did not eat and just like her face was in the grill. I don't know. It'd be weird.
That you
No,
jumped
we
through a table.
haven't. Like I'm sitting here trying to.
There we go. Any tables have been broken?
We have not broken any table. Like I'm only like 5'4", $135. I'm not going. I'm like if I hit that table, it's not breaking. Yeah, I'm just bouncing right off it. But we did have a buddy promise to do it when we win the Super Bowl, and I say when because it's going to happen eventually. But no, we haven't. Like my birthday party this past year with all my college roommates was a little bit nuts, but I didn't post about that because it wasn't like they're not Bills fans. They're weird. So, yeah.
All right. Well, this summer when we have Bills Helmet Palooza
but Bills Helmet Palooza should be a fun.
Bills Met Palooza. There we go.
Yeah. We got to start that hashtag. Yeah.
Got the T-shirt. This is going to help pay for the kegerator. If you have Bills Palooza, and I'm sure they're going to open up by the summertime, it's going to be a lot of people there. You got to tell your neighbors ahead of time. Hey, listen, this is going to be weird, but there's going to be like 3,000 Bills fans coming in. We're all tailgating down your street, bro. Our
neighbors are awesome. We couldn't do it without our
resident.
awesome neighbors. We like when we built it, we kind of like brainstormed. Well, why are we doing this? Why are we inviting random people here? And we kind of settled on like we want to turn football fans into Bills fans, and
Yes.
Bills fans into Bills like crazy people. And that's that. We have 1, 2, like the end lot on our street, so we've got like a whole bunch on the one side. And then just one on the other, and then one behind us. So we've got a bunch of neighbors technically, and 3 of them were football fans, but didn't really have a team. And 2 of them have come to most games here, and are send me a message. Oh, what about what about this game? Who do we need to win the AFC East? Like, who are we cheering for this week? And I'm really like kind of proud of the fact that we've been able to convert just guys into being Bills fans. That's been pretty fun.
Well, it's no brainer. If I don't have a team that I'm happy about and
right?
I have this opportunity to come hang out, this is the experience in Buffalo. I want to go to Buffalo to a game. I go, are you kidding me? This is how crazy you guys are. Your passion. This is it. I cannot wait to go to Buffalo. Then you go to Buffalo, you're like, oh my God, here I am. I'm a fan. I love it, dude. That's cool.
Times a million, right? Like you can tailgate here and we can try and replicate the game day experience as much as we can. And then, as I said, when my girlfriend went to that Panther game at the end of the season, she's like, okay, now I get it. Now I get why you're out there at 9 o'clock in the morning hanging out. I get it.
9 o'clock. That's kind of late. Well, I guess we're all not, got other things to do, but game days is like, the game's at 1
o'clock in the morning when we were in Orchard Park. That's for sure.
Imagine though down here. So I live in Miami, Tampa, hence the name Tampa. But when at a Bills Backers Club, they have a whole party the whole weekend here in Miami. And when the Bills play in Miami, that's a great weekend, Tampa. You got to admit, that was fun. There. So if you're ever going to have to come down for a away game, you need to mark that one on your schedule, man, because we'll make something happen. We'll get to at least meet you down here. If not, we'll be at Bills Palooza this summer.
Absolutely. The only road game I've ever been to was in Miami. And I'm pretty sure Ted Ginn roasted Terrence McGee for like 200 yards, and it was just awful. Sitting up there in our Bills jerseys in a friggin' beautiful 80-degree day, getting toasted and sunburnt, watching. I can't even remember who their scrub quarterback was, but he just tore us apart.
Well, it's a good time.
It was a really cool atmosphere.
it's a good time down here because what these guys, these Bills backers do down here is they get everybody together. There's one consolidated party, so everybody can get to know each other, and it's kind of cool.
That's smart.
So yeah, absolutely. And so I look at that. Can't wait to run into you. We're gonna make that a thing. Have you done the Bills Mafia Mecca yet or something? I don't know, man. Make T-shirts. Make it sponsor the Kegerator. And that time when we come over the summertime for this event, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Tab and Neil, can we get Labatt's to sponsor it? You know some people.
Yeah, right.
No, Tab and Neil, the boat parade in Tampa. Tab and Neil was the man that did the whole boat parade, and we were going to get sponsored by Labatt's. But
now I know where that photo's from.
We're going to talk about that. But
actually, that's just a normal day on the boat.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
That flag's always flying.
Meanwhile,
complaining about gasoline,
like a foot of snow.
Gas prices are too expensive now.
Yeah, somebody posted today that gas prices are $3.50, which is crazy. And then Tab Mule goes, "Well, marine prices are like $4.75." I thought it was fun. I
did it totally to be that way too.
Yeah. Guys, that was a long show. That was good. Thank you very much for everybody for watching this. It was good to know Blake, the Bills Helmet Bar. That was a lot of good stories. I want to thank the viewers for tuning in. Joey Hatch Jr. I'm sorry, he's still banned from Facebook, so he creates a new account that says Joey Hatch. All right, dude. David Myers from Built in Buffalo. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We have one last question. Blake, where can we find you on social media?
So we can find the Bills Helmet Bar on Twitter and Instagram at Bills Helmet Bar. Very clear. My name is Blake Parnham. You can find me, I don't know why you would, on Twitter at Blake Parnham.
Nice. Right. So your helmet bar is more popular than you, Blake.
Yeah, I've got like 200 followers, maybe. The bar's got like 7,500. Yeah, I spend a lot more time on that one.
Nice, of course, my man. And who wouldn't want to follow you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been so much fun.
Thank you so much for hopping on. I try to keep it within the hour just because we drink a lot of beers. And when I say we drink a lot of beers, I drink a lot of beers and I had a piss. So we're going to go ahead and end that one short. Nice to meet you. I cannot wait to meet you in person, man. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun. So don't go anywhere. We're just going to go say our byes. And Tampa Neil, you okay, bro? Tampa Neil, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Or are you going to take the trip to the Mecca? Are you going to do the Mecca thing?
I plan on taking the trip to the Mecca. Absolutely.
Do the Mecca. Absolutely. Hashtag Mecca. It's going to fund the Kegerator. And then by that time we do the hashtag Mecca thing, there's going to be like 13 Kegerators. And he's going to own like a whole property. It's going to be the Mecca Walt Disney Taj Mahal in nowhere north of Toronto, bro.
We only need one Kegerator. The 13 kegs might work.
We kind of have, a lot of people will kind of follow us like, all right, let's go do this thing. But all right, I get you. Maybe we'll get a crawl before you walk. Maybe next year. Tampa Neil, where can we find Breaking Tables, bro? Let's go ahead and just end the show with some loving, buddy.
Well, you can always find us live here Mondays and Thursdays, 7:30. Facebook Live.
Not here because we're going to be with Built in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, we're still going to be on Facebook Live. We'll still be on YouTube. You can still catch us on a Bills podcast on Twitter. So make sure you pull us up, listen to us, share us, tell your friends about us. Don't tell your attorneys. Tomorrow on your way into work, because we know morning shows suck, just pull us up. Pull us up on your wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Pod. Pull it up on there. Listen to us on your way in because it's going to be way more fun than listening to some annoying guy telling you something that's really not that funny in the morning.
Alexa, play Breaking Tables podcast.
Alexa's probably listening to you, so she's going to start talking shit here in a minute. But yes, you can tell Alexa. You can say, Alexa, play a Bills podcast. Or play Breaking Tables, a Bills podcast.
I told you. I did that for a purpose. Sorry, bro.
So. Brian.
I'm such an asshole. I knew it was going to happen. Tampa Neil, thank
Alexa,
you, brother.
Shut up.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa,
I
stop
will
talking.
take your bank account. Guys, this has been an absolute pleasure. Blake, thank you so much for your time. Hope you had fun. Tampa Neil, turn the fuck Alexa off, please. I'll see you guys, what, Thursday? Thursday. Enjoy your week, everybody. Happy Monday. We'll see you Thursday. We got something fun for you guys. 7:30. Catch us on the Built in Buffalo Network. This is Breaking Tables. Blake's like, I should have had 13 beers to drink with these guys.
Sitting here going, I took 2 tallies here going, oh, maybe I should have got more.
Guys, you have a good night. We'll see you Thursday night, 7:30. This is Breaking Tables. Bye-bye.